What up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turned 10 and 20 this week. Alright, lots of interesting films that turned 10 this week. The films that turned 10, we got the Emma Stone classic, Easy A, which of course was like a modern take on the classic Scarlet Letter. This starred Emma Stone, Amanda Bynes, Penn Badgley, Ali Michika. You have Patricia Clarkson was in this, Thomas Hayden Church, Malcolm McDowell, Lisa Kudrow, Stanley Tucci was in this, Fred Armisen. And it's where A Little White Lie, where this high schooler played by Stone ends up lying about losing her virginity, and so of course it gets out, and she pretty much, lots of people start calling her names and all that. Yeah, Easy A, it's well, I guess you could say it's like the last time Emma Stone ever played a high schooler, so there's that. It's directed by Will Gluck, who after this film, he also gave us stuff like did that movie Friends with Benefits. He did Annie. Will Gluck he also gave us Peter Rabbit. He's a pretty cool director, and Easy A was a really funny flick. Emma Stone, probably one of her best roles. I mean, hence you're probably going to be hearing that Pocket Foot Sunshine song. That song's going to be stuck in your head if you watch this film. It's a really good one. If you guys have not seen Easy A yet, I remember watching it in theaters back in 2010, and I really enjoyed it. And Penn Badgley, you cannot really buy him as a high schooler. I'm sorry. Alright, also turning 10, we got the Ben Affleck movie, The Town. Of course, this is the film the heist movie that starred Ben Affleck, directed by Ben Affleck. You had the likes of Jeremy Renner, John Hamm, Blake Lively, Chris Cooper was in this. The Town is probably one of the best bank heist movies in years. I mean, this of course was Ben Affleck's sophomore debut, because of course before this he did Gone Baby Gone. Then of course after The Town he gave us the Oscar-winning film Argo. So he did Argo about 2 years after he did The Town. Anyway, yeah, The Town is so darn good. Probably one of Affleck's best performance. This is actually the movie that will show that Blake Lively could be pretty decent when she wants to be. This is a pretty good one. I mean, if you guys have not really seen The Town, I mean, I believe Jeremy Renner scored an Oscar nomination for this film, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check that. But yeah, it's a pretty good one. Definitely go check out The Town. Alright, also turning 10, we got the not-so-good animated film Alpha and Omega, which is about two young wolves at the opposite sides of their packed social order are thrown together to a foreign land and need each other to return home. And this is actually not that good of a film. I mean, it has a pretty good voice cast. You got the likes of Hayden Panettiere, Justin Long, Christina Ricci, Danny Glover, Larry Miller's in this. They also spawned a couple of sequels, which was even worse. Yeah, the first Alpha Omega, there were actually some people who did like it, but I'm one of the few folks who did not care for it much. It wasn't funny. The animation wasn't all that good, so yeah, it is what it is. I mean, yeah. Alright, also turning 10, we got the documentary Catfish. Now, of course, if the name sounds familiar, it's because MTV has the TV version of Catfish, which is actually based on this. Now, this is, of course, a documentary about Nev Schulman, who's, of course, the co-host of the MTV version of Catfish, and, of course, he was just on Dance with Stars this past week. Anyway, this is also directed by Ariel Schulman and Henry Juice, who just put out that movie Project Power just recent. But anyway, if you guys don't really know much about the story, Nev Schulman pretty much, before he was like a co-host of the TV show Catfish, and before he ended up helping out people who became Catfish and all, he was Catfish himself. And so this is a documentary about how how he ended up becoming Catfish, and right now he's of course married with kids and all. But the documentary Catfish is terrific. If you guys have not really seen the Catfish documentary film, you guys gotta check it out. Especially if you're a fan of the MTV Catfish series, and you guys want to see where that came from, just watch the documentary. It's actually pretty solid. Crazy to believe it turns 10. Holy cow. And crazy to believe, I think next year or the following year, the TV show turns 10. So boy, people have been catfishing for a long time. All right, films that turn 20. We got the Kate Hudson classic, Almost Famous. Now, of course, this is a film about a high schooler who is given the second chance to write a story for Rolling Stone magazine, and he ends up joining the band on their concert tour. This is directed by Cameron Crowe, who gave us Say Anything. You also had the likes of Billy Crudup, Philip Seymour Hoffman was in this. You had Jimmy Fallon. You also had Frances McDormand, Zooey Deschanel. Had some really solid music here. A really great band. Featured Patrick Fugit, of course, in his breakout role. Did a pretty good job. I mean, if you guys have not seen Almost Famous, definitely give that one a shot. It's probably one of the best movies of the 2000s. Alright. Also turning 20, we got this thriller titled Bait, which is about this guy named Jamie Foxx, speaking of Project Power, who finds himself sharing a cell with John Jester, who is the incarnated half of the pair of high-tech Ds, responsible for the missing Go. This was directed by Antoine Fuqua, who a year later would give us Training Day. Bait is actually not that good of a film, to be honest with you. It's probably one of the few films that I did not care much. To me, it's probably one of Antoine Fuqua's worst films, in my opinion. Jamie Foxx, he was okay, but yeah. You also had David Morse was in this, Jamie Kennedy, Kimberly Elise, but yeah, I did not really care for this. Alright, Jamie Foxx had a weird late 90s, early 2000s career, by the way. I mean, he was in that Breaking All the Rules movie. He was in that movie Booty Call. I mean, what a weird career Jamie Foxx had. I mean, I'm glad to see Jamie Foxx make a bit of a cooler comeback right now. Alright, also turning 20, we got the film Duets, another music-based road trip film. This is like a road trip comedy which revolves around the little-known world of karaoke. This film stars Gwyneth Paltrow and it's directed by her father. What's his name again? Brian Paltrow, I believe his name is. This also stars Huey Lewis, Scott Speedman, Paul Giamatti was in this, Maria Bello, Andre Braugher. He has the pretty solid cast members was in Duets. Gwyneth Paltrow I thought was terrific. Oh, her dad's name is Bruce Paltrow, not Brian. My bad. But anyway, this was actually his mainly last feature film before Bruce Paltrow passed away. But I thought Gwyneth Paltrow was really solid here. The road trip aspect was pretty good. It had some really good music in it. If you guys have not seen Duets, I say give it a shot. We don't really see many karaoke movies nowadays. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me leave you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? The 10-year one, the one that stands out to me the most, obviously, will be The Town. Love Easy A, but The Town will stand out to me the most. And the 20 years one, obviously, is Almost Famous. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. This here's Simu signing off.